All right, we're rolling.
Okay, Spark and Plug Talks Season 4. Alisha Marie in the house. Woo!
Yeah, we didn't say an
Great
episode number,
success.
so you didn't set yourself up for failure.
Every episode I seemingly name.
This is 4, right?
I don't know.
Me neither.
I don't know. I'm always under the gun, and I never remember what number it actually is. And then I got to ask Aaron, and we're just like, it's as in the 4 region. It's somewhere around
We're
there.
usually either the number below it or the number above it.
Yeah,
We're
never right. But thank you for coming out.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you having me here in space and
Yeah, hell yeah.
jamming out.
And the Borat quotes.
Oh,
Always a plus. Great success.
Great
always a
success.
plus. Yes.
Very nice,
Goggins
yes.
going to really love this.
It's like the new age Big Lebowski type thing. It's like, that's like a good icebreaker. It's like, you do some Borat quotes, and if somebody can do a Borat back, you're like, okay.
Yeah, we're on the same
Yeah, we're
wavelength.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
we're locked in somewhere.
we even made a new phrase together today too. Trogging out.
Trogging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you, maybe we need like a joint t-shirt or something, because I feel like that's too good for one person to take on their own. I mean, that's like,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah, let's get the
I was gonna
t-shirts
do some
going.
Pigfest merch.
Yeah,
That's
trog
like,
it out.
I
yeah.
got trogged at Pigfest or something like that.
Not trogged.
Yeah.
And all I got was this lousy shirt.
It should be like the evolution, the scale and shit. Be like,
Yeah, but to a pig.
it'll be like Neanderthal, human being, and then it's like the trogged out guy at Pigfest.
Yeah.
And shit. Like it just went a
All
step
headbanging.
backward.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they're like the dudes from Brutal Legend with the fucking big ass necks.
Oh, yeah, the huge
Jesus.
foreheads.
Yeah, the fucking troggers.
Yeah, they are straight up troglodytes. Well, thank you for performing your 3 songs for us.
Yeah.
And they were all fantastic.
Thank you.
Especially like the last one that you said was like your favorite one.
That's my favorite one. It's based on true events. So back home, I'm from California originally, and I was driving around with expired registration, and past 6 months expired, you get your car impounded.
Whoa.
Yeah, and so my friend posted on Facebook. She's like, "Hey, I'll give you gas or grass to drive me to the airport on Tuesday." And I was like, "Shit, I ain't got nothing to do, and I need my gas tank filled up, and I could use some weed, so we're good." And so I was driving her, and she was like, "Hey, you mind if I, partake in some snow?" And I was like, "Go ahead, like I don't care." And then she was rolling blunts and all that good stuff. And
Wow,
so,
that lady's kind of.
oh yeah, no,
And she was like, "I'm gonna go sit on a plane for like 6 hours."
no, it was only a 1 hour flight.
Oh.
Yeah, she was just she was going down to LA, so it was only an hour flight from where we were from. And then
Pre-gaming.
yeah, she was. Yeah, that's exactly what she was doing. And so we were driving down the freeway, and I pulled up behind a cop, and there's like smoke coming out of the windows because she was smoking a blunt with her friend. And then the cop gets off the exit. I was like, all right, cool, we're in the clear. Nope, he comes up right behind us on the next exit after and is riding my ass. And I was like, shit, give me my cigarettes. And so I lit it up and I hung it out the window, and he just left us alone. And so because I literally thought of the Coetzel song, February 28th, 2016. He's like, lighting cigarettes so he don't smoke the weed or smell the weed or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And then, so
So it worked that one time.
it did work. It indeed worked, yeah.
Never gonna test your luck again.
Probably not, no. And especially
the
not
code.
here.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
What would Co do?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said, too.
WWKD, baby.
Hell yeah.
But you're from California?
Yeah.
You were born there and everything?
Born and raised California. And then I moved out here to Oklahoma this past June to pursue my music because,
right on.
I recognize that there's like a lot of talented up and coming artists coming from Oklahoma, and it's not as saturated as Nashville or Texas.
Sure.
And just like there's more of like a family feel to it in the music scene here. And so I was like, hell yeah. And I already had some really great friends that lived out here. And so it kind of made the transition a hell of a lot easier. My mom moved with me. And so I've just been chasing the dragon.
Chasing the dragon. Hell yeah. It's pretty cool because a lot of the dudes that we've had specifically that are from maybe the Stillwater area or similar to you, went to Stillwater or went to that area, in that area, they all say the same thing. It's very family-esque. Everybody's like, it's a lot closer. Especially like Trenton Fletcher said the same thing. He was like from Aaron, you remember what little town he was from? He was from a little bit. It was like smaller than Wellston. There was only like 20 people in his
Oklahoma
graduating
or
class.
Texas?
I think it was in Oklahoma. I think it was some little bitty town.
It was like Southwest or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's some little bitty town in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Yeah.
But anyways, he was like, I just decided to do the country thing. Moved up and and he'd been playing.
He had a scholarship. He's playing football somewhere. Didn't he say?
Like OBU or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Anyways, but
We
yeah,
have
he
this
said the exact same
archived
thing.
in
Yeah,
a podcast.
yeah. There's proof of this. I swear, I'm not making it up. It's on the podcast. But yeah, it's I guess a sentiment that's echoed by a lot of people is that it's very familial up there in Stillwater. And I'd say the same thing. Every time we go up, we've played up there, played in that area, played with somebody from there.
Yeah.
It's very, very similar.
And a lot of people
friendly.
that are like cut from the same cloth also go up there for OSU because like it's like agriculture and engineering and shit.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
like you're already kind of up there with people that are more or less
in the country
yeah,
mindset.
Yeah, kind of
country
like
state of mind.
kind of
Yeah.
kind of like your flow of things. It's kind of like the same way if you were like really into like indie rock and you moved down to Norman and shit. Like it's like that's where
valid
that
point.
music scene in Norman for OU is a little more. It swings more indie rock. And the
Yeah.
country stuff there, like with is a little more like alt country type shit. So
Yeah. I'd say that's a pretty good breakdown. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm still trying to identify what kind of country music I'd make because it's not quite red dirt. It's not quite country, but it's like somewhere.
Yeah, it's
in the
there.
middle
It's
there.
like a
Country
melting pot
Americana
area. Yeah.
types,
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But you do classify it. You'd say like, yeah, it's country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, putting labels on anything always sucks. It makes it feel very corporate-y,
Yeah.
like they're trying to put you in a box. But
I just make music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. It helps people, I think, just kind of identify what it is you're trying to do. But
Yeah.
how long have you been playing?
Since 2023, I think. Yeah, since 2023,
Okay.
I've been doing so about a year and a half, 2 years. About it'll be 2 years in June for sure. I went to like a long tail of different concerts, and one day after one of them,
You're like, I got to do this shit.
yeah, pretty
Yeah, hell
much.
yeah.
And so I went home, I picked up my guitar, wrote my first shitty song, and then
Yeah, as you do.
and
you
then
got to,
it was the rest was history, and I just kept going, and people were I mean, I have a music background, like not
okay.
anything super extensive by
I was
any
going to
means.
ask, like, did you grow up or were your parents musicians
My
or anything
dad,
like
my
that?
dad's
Okay.
actually an Elvis impersonator.
What?
Fucking A.
Yeah,
You didn't bring
yeah.
him?
No,
I'm just playing.
he's back in California, so but he
that would be great at Pigfest. That would be awesome, bro.
and he was actually, I mean, he still is pretty. He's
pretty
pretty
cool.
awesome, and he's pushing 70 now. But
And he still gets out and does it?
oh yeah,
Fuck
oh yeah.
That's
He
rad.
used to go to Vegas all the time, and he would do the competition, and he got to the world competition for it and placed
Wow.
top 10 there.
That's sick.
Fucking
Went to Graceland a couple times. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Someone's got to be said about dedication.
Yeah.
I mean, like, to dedicate your life to Elvis impersonation, that's some, man, you got to have some, like,
It's gotta be the most fun shit
You
ever
know?
because you can really fucking dig into it.
Yeah, he's been doing it since he was 17.
wow.
Yeah, he actually saw Elvis play at the International when he was like, I think 10 or something like that.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
mean,
that's something to brag about. That's pretty cool.
yeah, he's pretty cool. He's got, I mean, he was a mechanic. Though he wasn't Elvis impersonator for his full-time job, but like he was a
He's
mechanic.
been doing
for,
it, yeah.
but he's
the
been
fact
doing
that
it.
he's been doing it for so long, yeah, is
And
commendable.
that's where I get my
Was his
music
hair-
inclination from.
Was his hair natural? Or did he have like a hairpiece he would put on?
Well,
That
you know,
asking the important questions,
Yeah,
Aaron.
that's
Thank you.
like-
listen, bless my dad's heart. Poor thing, he went bald, so
Damn
he
it.
he had to wear. But he's
We're
got
gonna
the
have to bleep that out.
sideburns.
That's a
so he-
family secret.
he
We're
wore
going to
the-
bleep that out.
He wore the chops though.
Oh no, the sideburns were natural, and he
Fucking
always has the
A.
sideburns.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to show you guys a picture here, but
Bosh.
Yeah, we'll have to throw it up on. We'll have to throw it up on the on one of our stories or something.
Yeah.
You're not ready for this. Family secrets revealed.
Big ass thumbnail and shit, like all with somebody circled with the red circle and
the
shit.
Hell
gold,
yeah.
the gold outline around Alicia, like
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
god, I hate
exactly,
those.
yeah.
You
Perfect.
did that. You did that too.
the most
good.
clickbaity things.
Sons of a
Yeah.
bitch,
rage bait.
What,
the dick beat off thumbnails.
Ah, God, dude, man, those are just terrible. He's always like,
Why is he looking up? I'm like,
he's always doing something dumb as fuck like that. I'm like, dude,
Fucking-
that's not even. How many times did you have to take that picture? Like, what a piece of shit. Anyways,
Seriously.
you ever watch Dick Beat Off? Rick Beato?
Rick Beato.
Rick Beato. I was like,
Thought
what's
you
his real
said
name?
completely different, and so I was like, wait, what? And
His name is Rick Beato, but the Pat Finnerty crew calls him Dick Beatoffo.
oh, okay, so I did hear that right.
Yeah,
okay,
Dick Beatoffo.
Okay.
That's his like.
So I was
that's
like,
his
wait,
circle
what?
jerk name. Yeah.
Yeah,
but no, I've never.
he's a YouTube guy that.
He's got some stupid videos. But he's got some really good interviews.
Yeah,
so.
when he first came out, he was like super cool. He's an older dude, has just like this obviously like a
fucking
million plus
genius.
dollar studio that he takes all his videos in. That's just like
Amazing at music theory.
About how awesome he is.
He's like wrote a whole book on
Yes,
music theory.
he's incredibly smart and incredibly talented. But he started doing these YouTube videos probably like what, 3 years ago, four years ago?
I think it was a little bit longer. It was
Longer?
pre 2020 because I was watching
really?
him.
Okay. Well, he's been doing them a
long time
while,
ago.
and they're all like at first it was kind of like
Well, they started
he
off
did
as
all these
like
what makes these songs great.
well,
And-
well, before that he started off with like instructional type shit, and
Oh,
then he
okay.
realized that he wasn't doing a lot with that, but he was doing a lot with the videos that were like, what makes this song stupid or something, or like it would be like the Spotify breakdowns, and he'd just basically get on there and be like, oh, these new songs suck. And so then he started doing a bunch of clickbaity type shit, and everybody was like, oh my god, this guy sucks. Then he morphed into, because he got a lot of recognition from that, then he morphed into doing like interviews, and his interviews are really fucking good with
because
like famous musicians and stuff. Those are
okay.
really good.
he always seems to nab interviews with people who don't give interviews.
He
Like,
redeemed himself with that side of things.
yeah,
yes.
like kind of closet musician dudes, like or like they hide themselves away and they might perform every now and then, but they don't really give a lot of interviews. Anyways, he I don't know, roots them out or something, and he'll be like,
Yeah.
here's this 3-hour long interview with this dude, and they just sit there and
it's like
shoot the
engineers
shit,
and
it's
musicians
pretty cool.
and producers and shit. It's just
But then
different
the next
people and
week he'll
shit.
be like, top 10 Spotify songs. Is this real music? And he's like, like looking like, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, we gave you the really deep cut lore
And yeah,
on this
then
shit.
he just
yeah.
listens to Sabrina Carpenter and he's like,
Yeah.
oh, another 4-chord 5-struck. Oh, disgusting.
Yeah, he was.
No.
He's like 1, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, real original, and you're like, Jesus, man.
Yeah, I'm just
Kinda like
who
low-hanging
is this
fruit.
old band? Like,
So
what
he's
is
a
he
number
doing?
system nerd.
Yeah.
So 1, 3, 4, 17.
Kinda, yeah.
Fucking.
He's kind of like a old man yells at cloud type guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And you're like, this guy sucks. And then he'll be like, his interview with fucking Brendan O'Brien or some
it's
shit.
awesome.
And you're like,
yeah.
oh, this is
or like
amazing.
the Ed Roland or
Yeah.
whatever.
He's
like
a good
he did,
interviewer. Like he doesn't really. He does a good job of like. Anyways, I digress.
Yeah, he's maybe check him out, maybe don't. I don't know. That's totally up to you.
We might have just wasted like 5 minutes of your life.
Do you have any
That's okay.
YouTube people that you watch?
I don't really watch YouTube
Not
all
big
that
on
much.
YouTube?
Yeah. I watch
Fair enough.
or I listen to a lot of self-help podcasts. As embarrassing
Hey,
as that
dude,
is to
I
admit
don't-
it, but
Yeah, own it.
Yeah,
Own it.
I
mean,
do- I do
whatever.
be
Who
owning
cares?
things, yeah.
What's your favorite self-help podcast?
I love Ed Milet.
Joe Rogan. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ed Milet is probably my favorite. He's pretty solid.
Ed Milet.
Ed Milet.
Milet.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, nothing to do with music at all, but
Sometimes you need it.
yeah, sometimes
you need it.
just a little kick in the boots.
What were your parents? So dad was he like Elvis on all the time, or was he listening to different stuff?
Yeah, pretty much Elvis all the time, and then a lot of '90s country and
Oh,
like
okay,
old
very
country.
cool.
And then also Johnny Cash, which is my personal favorite. He introduced me to One Piece at a Time was my first like remembering of Johnny Cash.
Oh yeah, okay.
And that's like
when,
one of my
when your
all-time favorites.
consciousness like came into being.
Yeah, essentially, it's like I was enlightened. I was
Yeah.
like, oh yes, train beats.
Yeah.
and so yeah, the dad was a lot of that. Mom was a lot of Journey, Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Oh, okay, cool.
And that kind of
So you got like kind of really Americana, like classic background, especially with CCR and Johnny Cash and everything. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
that's where I get a
Telling
lot of my
story,
influence.
for
Yeah.
sure.
So that's why I always try and tell stories in my songs that because of who I've grown up listening to.
Yeah.
But
What
yeah.
are some of the so you moved in when did you move from California to
I moved
the
in
past
June.
In June, okay.
Yeah.
And you started playing out in or you started playing in 2023 while you were still out in California?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you think then when you were out in California that it was going to like lead to you playing shows or anything like that, or were you just kind of like, I just got to play?
I was like, you know what? I want to make something of myself
Oh, yeah,
in
okay.
music.
hell
I
yeah.
had a goal. I was like, let's go. I would give myself a 5-year goal. I was like, if I don't, then I'll probably still keep doing it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah.
I just wanted to give myself a time cap, but I'm throwing that out the window, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's important that you do set goals, but I think those goals are primarily there not to maybe get reached, but to just make sure that you're constantly striding on that path.
So you
Right.
don't
trying to go.
plateau out.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, so I try and keep going, and so I did my first show February 9th of 2024.
Okay, cool.
It was a little hour and a half set, and it was a good time. And then I was like, hell yeah, I want to keep doing this. And then one day I was like, you know what? I'm kind of sick of California. Let's see what Oklahoma has to offer. And I mean,
what part of California were you from?
Northern California. I was like 45 minutes south of Sacramento.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
so you're in the pretty part of California.
Yeah, pretty
I guess
much.
all of it's really pretty, but the northern part looks really cool.
I will say I do miss the California scenery. I will not lie about that.
Yeah.
But
Is the weather a lot nicer?
it's not as moody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty consistent.
Yeah,
That's
like last
nice.
night.
Yeah.
Last night was weird.
Yeah, last night was like all of a sudden it dropped down, and I was like, whoa,
Yeah. What
I
the
need
fuck?
a sweater now?
Yeah.
Like,
I saw a
okay.
big
Shit.
ass Stranger Things fucking cloud coming.
Oh yeah, the
and then-
big like
yeah.
alien looking cloud.
Yeah,
reaching
David
towards
Payne
you
was
last
lightning.
night.
Yeah, David Payne was
exactly.
like, it's fucking Mustang. I wish he could cuss because he would totally cuss. He was like, if you're in Mustang, get your car in and shit. And then it was like coming towards me, then it went and went
Yeah.
like southeast. And I was like, thank God.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks, man. I hate springtime's awesome in Oklahoma because it gets me like really into like I always watch Twisters. It's kind of like
Oh,
I
yeah.
think everybody in Oklahoma watches Twisters around tornado season. Not one, not two, fuck two. All my homies hate two. They didn't have to remake that movie.
I did not even
They did
watch
not have
two,
to
dude.
remake
they
it.
did. They did not have to remake that movie. But
I
yeah.
knew I wouldn't like it if I watched it, so I didn't even. But I haven't
Me
even
either.
watched it.
I'm not gonna lie,
haven't bothered.
I did watch it and I did enjoy it, but I am a diehard #1 fan. Like
I think you're allowed to like it. I don't think it's. No, you know what? Actually, you're not allowed to like it. Get out. No, I'm just saying.
Get out of here.
I think you're allowed to like it. Why did they gotta make another one? I mean, I know I'm like, these goddamn kids on my lawn right now, but like, God, man, why did
No, dude,
Hollywood executives
you're gonna
and
have
their
to bear
money-
with me if they legitimately go through with remaking Big Trouble in Little China because I'm gonna fucking wig.
you
dude.
like that movie?
I love that movie. It's my favorite
Dude.
movie of all time.
Dude, it was a dark and stormy night, man. Such a solid
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. No, Aaron's. We used to have a pretty sweet ass. Is it still in there? That poster? No, it came.
The semi truck one's in there. I never drive faster than I can see. Other than that, it's on the reflexes. Yeah, that's hanging in the live room.
Yeah, yeah.
Hell
I got-
yeah.
I
I say we had a poster somewhere.
I got the tank top he wears. My sister got me. It's like a family movie. Like we watch
I
a
love
movie every
that.
Christmas. And,
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's because my dad's a truck driver, so we always
Okay.
thought it was cool and shit. Yeah, it's great shit. I love that movie. It's
Yeah.
amazing. And if they remake it, I'm gonna fucking freak out. It's gonna
As
be
you
bullshit,
should, honestly.
dude.
Yeah.
I don't
Burn 'em
know
down.
how. I don't know what
I
I'm
said,
gonna
yeah,
do.
why not?
I don't know
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something. I might
Protest.
internalize all of it.
Yeah,
I
dude.
don't know.
You might be like to the point where you're writing letters.
I
and shit.
might
You're
do
gonna
like,
write a letter.
This is
I
bullshit,
strongly
dude.
worded leather.
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
man.
God-
You could do some crazy shit.
Believe if they do it with fucking The Rock of all people, and then they and then they do some bullshit where like they bring Kurt Russell in for a fucking cameo.
I'm already pissed thinking about it, dude. To be honest with you.
Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. This is where the revolt begins.
Alicia,
right
do you
here,
have
dude.
any favorite movies? Any
First-
comfort movies you go
well,
back and watch?
Listen, I'm a big Legally Blonde girl. I
I was
love
just talking about that movie yesterday.
love Legally Blonde. Transformers, the first one and the second
hell
one.
yeah, with Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
the first one's nostalgia hit for me. Dude.
Yeah.
That and Disturbia for some
Oh,
reason.
Disturbia is so good.
That is an awesome
Disturbia
movie.
is.
I love.
Why did he have such great bedrooms, dude?
Dude, I'm
No,
saying
fuck
I'm
him. All
so
the
jealous
time.
of the house that they're in Disturbia. That is the
Every time.
he
best-
had like 2 rooms.
that is the
dude.
most
What the
amazing
fuck?
house, dude. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
are you
amazing.
kidding me? They were a 3-person family and a
This is
dad. Like
bullshit, dude.
this is
This-
totally made up.
What
but
was
it
he?
is
A
an
fucking
awesome
like
house.
a goddamn lawyer or some shit?
I
Not
think
the
he was
president.
a novelist, I think.
Oh,
I think he
yeah,
was.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. The novelist and
Yeah.
what?
And living in that kind of house in California, get away from me.
Baller
Oh,
fucking
please,
house, dude.
They buy it back
Son
in the
of a
20s.
bitch.
Like
he was
Yeah, I guess.
bitching about having house arrest and shit. I was like, "Fuck you, dude. You got like fucking
the coolest looking house I've ever seen.
son of a bitch."
No, that was great. That's
a great movie.
That's an awesome movie. I just saw that on Amazon Prime.
I still
Every
have-
now and then they have like those weird like,
Holy
what's
shit!
that doing there?
I
You
still
know, it's
have
not
Yeah.
the newest movie or anything, but I'm like, oh yeah,
I still have the DVD I got from Dollar General in high school.
Hell
Of that
yeah.
movie. Yeah, in the bargain bin. I remember
I've
being
recently
like,
got
nice.
into Australian horror.
really
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a niche.
No, it is, and it came across this.
Crikey, look!
Holy shit! You got taken out by a roo.
There's a movie called Wolf Creek,
Zombie
and
kangaroos.
it's really actually pretty freaking good. And this guy like lures in travelers from the outback and like kills him.
Oh, so it's like Wrong Turn, but in Australia?
Yeah, literally.
What's it called?
Wolf Creek.
When was this made?
I don't know.
Does he drive like a really rusty ass truck or some shit?
Yes, he does.
I think I have seen this
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah, it's
You
pretty
heard it
good.
here first, folks.
Dude, this is I think I saw like on the Sci-Fi Channel or some shit.
Yeah, it's actually
maybe
pretty
or
fucking
maybe like
good.
IFC or something. I don't know. I've seen one Australian horror movie, and when you said that, I was like, I think this is the one I've seen.
Yeah.
No shit, huh?
I'll
Weird.
look that up.
But that's what you've been in. Any other movies besides Wolf Creek? Have you like dove
No,
headlong into this?
I haven't dove quite deep into it.
Get into it and then report back to us
Yeah,
because
I
we
will
need
have
to
to.
know.
Bring us the Blu-ray of it, please. We'll put it right next to Garden.
We'll add it
You know-
to Garden State up there.
I collect VHSs. I have like a little TV with a
Oh,
VHS
yeah, the little
built-in.
built-in thing. Yeah, hell yeah.
I got it at a thrift store for $15, and then I made it my mission to collect
Oh,
VHS.
fuck yeah, dude.
And so I actually have Twister on VHS.
Oh, my God.
And the Lethal Weapons.
yes,
Holy
I've
shit.
seen this. Yes,
You see- yes. Yes,
Holy
I've seen
shit.
it. Yes.
See?
Wow.
Solid movie. It's a little slow at first.
Have you ever
but-
seen that movie? Well, this is a real niche one. When it had Josh Peck in it, and he was the bully, and they ended up killing him on the river trip and shit, and it's super fucking
Isn't
like
that
depressing.
Isn't that like an IFC original or something like that?
Maybe, but it was when Josh Peck was still like younger, and he was like a bully of this kid, and this kid had an older brother, and he was like, hey man, invite your bully to this river trip. We're gonna float the river, and we'll beat the shit out. Well, they beat the shit out of him, and he fucking drowned and died.
Oh, shit.
And shit, it was super. Yeah, I remember that one really
Wow.
fucking. I watched that when I was really young, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Never
this is
going on a
fucked
river
up.
trip.
And it turned out Josh Peck was just really misunderstood, and he was really nice to everybody, and he was like, "Thank you for giving me a chance and shit. I know I don't have any friends." And the older brothers are like, "Nah, man, we brought him here for a fucking reason. We're gonna beat the shit out of him.
Brought him here for a reason."
And the little brother was like, "I don't know, man. Like he's kind of maybe just misunderstood." And then he died.
Wow.
Damn, that's really sad.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Fucking Josh Peck, man.
But no, I've not seen that.
Yeah, you seen Drake and Josh though, right?
Well, no.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Wow, you never seen
I never
that,
watched
like-
it. I never got into it. Yeah, I was a Hannah
Fair
Montana
enough.
girl.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, two different Disney and Nick. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see how.
I was a Disney
You would
kid.
travel over to the other one.
The Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a conversation, but I think this on the S&P before because I was like, I'm Cartoon Network kid. And
Yeah, yeah. I was.
No, that was band practice. Never mind.
I
Fuck,
was.
I'm fucked
Well,
up.
you know, whatever. They all blend together.
It does.
But yeah, I was. I switched between all of them. I don't know. Maybe
I
that's
dabbled
a
in
rarity,
Nick.
but yeah, I jumped between Disney because I really like the Lilo and Stitch cartoon where they
Okay.
they instead of like it just being Stitch, there was like the little pod things that hatched a whole bunch of the Stitch-like experiments, and they all had different powers, and they had to go around and capture all of them. And
Interesting.
I love that shit.
I watched
dude.
hella
It-
Military
it's my
Channel,
monkey
dude.
brain.
Military Channel used to
course you
Military
did.
Channel used to do these like top 10 assault rifles, top 10 sniper, and I loved the fuck out of them, dude.
I liked
They're
Animal
amazing.
Planet too.
School shooter over here or what?
I mean,
No,
you know, wow, they get
jeez,
on
you
here
fucking
or,
dox me. Damn.
dogs, man.
Fucking-
What's your address again, Aaron? In case you do something. No, I'm just playing. The
I do live like literally in like half a mile from an elementary, so
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay,
all right, anyway.
let's go ahead
So
and cut. We'll
that's
see
what I'm
Alicia.
saying,
This
like-
has been the Spark and Plug.
I'm just over here saying I liked Military Channel, and then you brought the whole notion of that I'm a school shooter.
I
Not
mean,
cool.
you know,
Not cool.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
She apologized. Okay,
I
you're
just
right.
like
I'm sorry,
fucking.
dude.
I just like watching tiger tanks and shit, dude. Fuck me,
Dude, I liked
can't,
Animal
damn.
Planet when they did the top 10 countdowns. Did you guys
Those
ever
were
watch
baller.
those?
Yeah,
They'd
those
be
were
like,
great.
Top 10 most deadly insects. And then they'd have like these really
Yeah.
terrible enactments. You know, it'd be like,
Oh, what are you, an
number
eco
3.
terrorist? That's the same energy.
mosquito-
If
I'm an
if I call him an eco
eco-terrorist.
terrorist, that's the same energy.
All of the mosquitoes should take over the
That's
world.
what-
Are you an
what's your-
eco-terrorist or
yeah, What's your
something?
address,
No.
dude?
Oh, it's
do you
not
live
going to be
near-
very hard to
do you-
find my address.
do-
I mean, they just come out
Yeah,
to the
do you
studio.
live
You know
near
what
like
I'm
a
saying?
fucking butterfly sanctuary, huh, or something? You eco terrorist?
They're killing the fucking frogs.
This could go both ways, okay?
Either way, yeah.
I feel like
digress.
now I need to like say something so I could be accused of. It's only right.
Are you you're trogging? Are you a evolution terrorist? I don't know what that would mean.
I don't
but-
know.
Intolerant of evolution or something? Like, what the
intolerant of evolution? Yeah.
But what? Okay. Well, you know, let's steer this boat back to. I don't know. Well, honestly,
fuck? We went down a weird channel.
we don't really talk about anything important on this thing, so it doesn't matter. But the now you're playing here in Oklahoma, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And you said your boyfriend has a band that he's
Yeah.
into. Do you guys ever play together, or you guys ever do anything together or anything like that?
Yeah, he was actually playing lead for me last night.
Oh, sick.
And sometimes, well, we haven't done it yet, but we've talked about me opening for him on like their 3-hour set, so that way like I do it like a 90-minute and they can do a
What's his
90-minute.
band's
Jack
name?
Tidwell and the Lockbreakers.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a sick
That's
name.
a nice name. See, when we were like, we need to come up with something, name and something. We're like, name and we can't think of anything. And then we'll hear somebody's name. It'd be like Reagan Carter and the Goosenecks. That's a sick fucking name.
Yeah,
And,
and
like,
I like
the Lockbreakers.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Lockbreakers is cool. You know, we were like, and the Wranglers, or and the blue jeans. You know, and I was like, wait a minute, this sounds pretty fucking.
And the
dumb.
dirty flip flops.
Ew, God.
Dirty flip flops. That's a good one.
The stinky sheets.
Not the stinky sheets.
The sticky sheets.
I
Not the
came up
sticky sheets.
for a band name for mine. It'd be Alisha Marie and the 405s.
Oh,
There you
hell
go.
Because there's a big freeway down in California. It's the 405, and then now I moved to Oklahoma,
It's
which
the 405,
area
yeah.
code 405.
Take it. We were just
So-
talking about 311 before, how they're from Omaha, Nebraska, and
That's their area
their
code.
area code is 311. Yeah,
Yeah.
We're
That's
so
such a
good.
weird area code.
Yeah.
311.
Yeah.
And to think of like a fucking borderline, they're like a reggae punk band. I don't know, but they're
Yeah,
coming
like
from Omaha.
Yeah,
ska,
ska
without
ska
the horns.
popish, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
I fuck with them.
yeah,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
hell yeah. What plans have you? So have you recorded anything, or is it
No,
in the
not
future?
yet. It's I just did pre-production on Narcos and Light and Cigarettes.
Okay, cool.
And then I'm gonna
yeah,
take
two
it.
of the songs you played.
Yeah, two
hell
of the songs I played here today. So I did pre-production on that, and just working on getting into Dwight's studio, and I'm gonna be recording those 2 songs there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And then hopefully releasing them mid or late summer.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
that's
sick.
my goal anyway.
Yeah.
Hopefully sooner. I mean, as long
Well,
as
if you want to record at another place, we do know people.
You guys know people?
With
well, maybe a studio. I don't know. Bison Tail.
allegedly.
I'm not pointing fingers. Or
Like I
anything,
said last
but-
podcast, our knobs might be all just cigarette lighters at this point.
Yeah, that's it.
I get it because there's actually like a company sells a rack mount that like all the buttons are just cigarette lighters.
Oh,
Like
kinda
just pull 'em
awesome.
out and just it's just like it's a
why
thing.
do they stop putting cigarette lighters in cars? I feel like that's kind of
That's the shit that I'm like, man, fuck, bring the smoking ants back. Like, everybody moved into the front porch. Bring them back inside, dude. That's some bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that shit
I
brought
don't
me
know,
some
man. It is
comfort.
kind of weird.
Back when me and Ma used to smoke.
yeah.
Some good shit.
Yeah.
But back when you used to fuck with it when you were a kid, and then you pull it out, and you're like, "Oh, this is hot. Put it back."
Yep, I stuck my finger in there. That's what I'm saying. People, millions of people lived my childhood because I
Yeah.
had done that. I was like, oh, well,
I mean, Alicia, all 3 songs were at some way or another about smoking cigarettes.
Yeah,
so I
literally.
feel like you have a very intimate tie to this.
I think I just
think
got
1 or
bored.
2 of them was in cars as well.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
obviously it's important milestones. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I thought about that after I sang all of them. I was like, you know what? I sing a lot about cigarettes, but I back it up. I do smoke sometimes. Like I used to smoke some Reds quite often, and then I slowed down a little bit because I was like, listen, I'm a singer. I gotta knock it off.
Give it 5 more years, dude, and you'll be like, well.
it'd be great, though. It'd be like a Tom Waits type thing.
Yeah,
good
Janis
shit.
Joplin, something
Switch
like
to
that.
Pall Mall blue shorts. They really fuck it up in
Oh.
a good way.
Jeez.
They're really harsh.
One time I
Yep.
smoked a Camel Crush. I was like, what is this shit?
Oh, dude, Camel Crush is fucking rough, dude. Like those things. I mean, the menthol smokers. I never got into the menthol shit. Honestly,
Yeah,
That
it made
shit
me
was-
nauseous.
It just made me like. I didn't like. I don't know. I didn't like the feeling of just having like a fucking minty lozenge, smoky lozenge feeling in my throat. I
Yeah.
don't know. And then they'd be
Yeah.
like, crush it. I'm like, shh. Yeah. I'm like, okay. Yeah. I was like, this fucking sucks.
Wasn't satisfying at all.
No, I didn't want this shit. I wanted Pall Mall blue shorts. For some reason, I like the all white cigarettes. Aesthetically, I was like, this is nice. And I grew to love the taste until I would smoke like a Great American Spirit or like a Camel Turkish Royal. Those were really good.
Oh,
Or-
yeah.
Yeah, Turkish. I haven't smoked in a long time.
What did Grandma used to smoke?
Like Marlboro Gold 100s or something.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Whatever they
Marlboro
were.
Lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever come in those, like, she just bought cartons, those like huge white Marlboro or
Goddamn.
whatever.
I was
dude,
never-
it was
That's
crazy.
commitment.
Dude,
Yeah,
it was
she would.
crazy.
She'd buy them at the cart and shit. Yeah. Yeah, I like the smell of cigarette smoke, and I like when other people smoke it, like smoke cigarettes. And I like to smoke a cigarette too if like I drink a lot of beer and shit. But if I'm like completely sober, I'm like, man, this tastes like shit, dude. And my fingers smell like shit. This is highly inconvenient. And then I'm just like, yeah, not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
I don't think I could commit to being a full-time smoker. I'm
It's
a
a
definite
commitment. Yeah.
a smoke when I drink type girl,
Yep.
Yeah.
and it feels right.
Yeah. I mean, it's in songs everywhere, you know what I mean?
It
Like,
is, yeah. So I don't feel
the
bad
cool
about
thing.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. Do you watch some of those like Quentin Tarantino movies or something? Like, you know, like
Always great smoking.
man,
The
Pulp
apple
Fiction
cigarettes.
or like
Django?
Red
dude,
apple
any-
cigarettes.
God damn, dude, they pound some cigarettes, bro. Where you're
I want
just
the
like,
fake cigarettes just so I can just. It's just. God damn it!
I
Dude.
want the fake
But they also say
cigarettes.
I've heard somewhere that they taste like shit. 'Cause
Oh,
it's-
really?
Yeah, because they have to use some kind of like herb. That,
I mean, dude, I think in The Lighthouse, didn't like Robert Pattinson get like pretty severe, like nicotine?
was it real cigarettes? he was
well,
smoking?
yeah, because he was like he was just doing that like, that meme or whatever. Where he's like Matthew McConaughey from True Detectives, like
That
know,
shit
like-
right there, dude. I don't know. Something about him just killing some fucking bud and smoking some ciggies. I'm
he's like pounding those like Texas brand beers or
yeah,
whatever it is.
his
and
internal
it's like,
organs are
goddamn.
pickled and shit. But something about it, I'm just like, fuck yeah, man.
It's
All
pretty
right,
awesome.
all right, all
Yeah.
right.
Hell yeah.
That's what an American is supposed to look like. Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
just
Dude, I don't know. True Detective, that first season was like the most.
one of the greatest
I don't know, it was
fucking
just kinda perfect.
seasons in show history.
Dude, have you ever seen The
television
Killing
history.
Grounds? Have I already asked you this? You ever seen The Killing Grounds movie?
Yeah, yeah. No, I haven't seen it.
It came out like a couple years before True Detective came out, and it was kind of based in, I think it was around Houston, this area called The Killing Grounds.
I've
where
seen the documentary on
bodies have been dumped
Yeah.
over the past
it. Do you do
decades.
true crime at all?
Not really, no.
It's pretty.
I'm kind of boring.
I
with that.
like well, True Detective, like the TV show True Detective. You ever heard of it?
Nope.
It's got some big star like they've done for 5 seasons now.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
Every season they change out like the leads, like the 2 leads, and the 2 leads are always like detectives and some are cops or whatever in some way, and it's usually some crazy mystery, whatever, that they end up solving or trying to solve, whatever. And the first season is like widely regarded as like one of the best series of television ever. Like it's really good, and it's got Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson as the 2 leads. And man, it's so fucking awesome. It's in like Louisiana, right? Isn't
Yeah.
it? It's in Louisiana. It's in like they're trying to solve these
real
crazy murders that
Swampy.
kind of
It's got a good
cult-like.
soundtrack.
And yeah, man, and it's
What's it called?
True Detective.
True Detectives. Okay.
Dude, it's so good, but it's like but there was a movie that came out a couple years before it called The Killing Grounds that kind of sucks ass, if I'm being honest. It's not very good. But it was kind of in the same realm. Like it was about these murders that kept happening at this real life area called The Killing Grounds that's outside of Houston. It's this real swampy miles of just like swamp nothingness, and bodies are dumped there all the time because it's so easy to, they dump them there in the water and it takes forever. They get degraded. It takes forever to find them and stuff. And it was about specifically kind of a detective and like a cop, and they're trying to, or 2 detectives, and they're trying to solve a murder that's going to happen. They're trying to prevent one and everything. It's kind of like there's times where I was watching it where I was like, that wouldn't happen. Like, I know I'm like, it's a movie and everything, but I'm like, come on, dude, these are real cops. If these were real cops, that would never happen. But True Detective is it's said that it took a lot of inspiration from that movie and the real life story of like the killing grounds in Houston, and turned it into True Detective season 1, which is awesome. I like all the other seasons of True Detective, but they get kind of divisive as they go on. Like the second season had a kind of a crazy cast that had like Vince Vaughn in it, and Rachel McAdams, and Taylor or Aaron Taylor. John, is that who that hypo was that was secretly gay? Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I can't remember what his name was. He's not very a very well known actor.
No, and anyways, so it's gone on, and I really like I like the 3rd season too, although it was much more of a slow burn, and the 4th season's like, is that the one with the up in Alaska?
Yeah, with damn it, who's the actress in Twister, original Twister?
Oh gosh, I don't know her name.
It's her though.
Isn't it like who's the chick in Silence of the Lambs? Jodie
Foster.
Yeah, Jodie
Wait, no,
Foster.
Jodie Foster wasn't a Twister. I'm thinking of Helen
Helen Hunt.
Hunt.
Yeah.
There it is.
Was Helen
Yeah.
Hunt and Twister? Yeah.
Yeah, because in Austin Powers, Fat Bastard goes, "What's my favorite Helen Hunt movie?" And then he
Yeah,
goes,
he's like,
"Twister," and he
Yeah.
twists his titties.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
he
okay.
says that to Fat Bastard. Anyways, yeah. The no, it's an awesome series. Like if you get it, if you're able to watch it or whatever, you should, just because the first season's like, fuck, this is really good. You know.
I'm gonna have to start it tonight. Is it on Amazon or?
On HBO.
HBO. Okay, yeah, or on Max or whatever.
Oh, that's
yeah.
for rich people.
I know, dude.
Yeah. You know, he's got to find somebody's account.
Yeah, pirate that shit. Stream it, not in the legal sense, whatever it is. But
Legally stream.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Well, Alisha, is there anything else you'd like to plug? Anything like that while you're here?
No.
Your socials, anything like that?
Oh yeah, no. My Instagram is _Marie Music, and that's pretty much the one that I'm most active on is my Instagram.
Right on.
TikTok is Alisha Marie Music, and that's pretty much it. That's
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't have anything coming out anytime soon, so I'll hit you guys back when I do. And
Yeah,
then
hell yeah.
Hopefully get in
keep
here.
an eye
and-
out for those recorded singles that maybe be coming out towards the end of later this year, something like that. Yeah.
Hopefully sooner than that, and then maybe I'll come back in here and
Knock
record
another
some,
one out.
Record
Yeah,
some
hell yeah,
songs
why
with
not?
y'all. Yeah. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah. If you get a full band, bring them back here. Do another. Do a full band episode.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be
Do
dope.
that.
We've had a couple guys do like acoustic shit, and then when they
Yeah, they come back with a full
yeah.
band. We've got another, like Blueprint Tokyo was a band. They came out last year at some point. They didn't have a drummer at the time.
That's right,
And now
yeah.
they're coming back here in about a month with a drummer. So
Oh,
they were
hell
like,
yeah.
let us do, would that be cool? Like, hell yeah, we don't care.
I was gonna bring my boyfriend to do the lead guitar for some of it, but he had band practice, so Yeah.
Always in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. That happens. That's all. It's all good. But yeah, come back for sure.
yeah,
we'd
no,
love to
absolutely.
have you.
Yeah, I'd love to be here.
All right. This is Dylan signing off. That's been Alisha Marie. Once again, appreciate you coming out, taking the drive out. Where are
thank
you?
you.
Where are you based out of?
Based out of OKC.
OKC. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So not too bad of a drive.
No,
All
not
right,
too
Take the
bad at all.
turnpike. Take the pike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
right on. Very cool. All right, this has been Dylan.
Sign off for me.
That's Aaron signing
Thank you.
off. I always sign off for him, even though he's like, I'm my own human.
Don't stop now.
And this has been the Spark and Plug Talks. Thank you.